चलो फिर से improper integral. The integral of the form integration a to b fx dx is said to be improper integral if one or both limit of integration are infinite. That means either lower limit is infinite or upper limit is infinite or both are infinite. Second condition says function fx becomes infinite at the end point of interval or at a point within the interval of integration. That means discontinuity of this function lies in the range a to b. If your integration satisfy at least one condition, look at my word, at least one condition out of these two, then integral is said to be improper integral. Is it okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Let me take example. So first integration is 0 to infinite sin x d. We say one of the limit, upper or lower, one of the limit is infinite. Hello? One of the limit, upper or lower, is infinite. Can we say?
Yes, sir.
So it is improper integral. Next. Look at limit in second example. Can we say one of the limit is infinite? Hello? Yes, it is improper integral. Next, look at third example. Both limit are infinite, so it is improper integral. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Condition 1 says one of the limit or both the limit are infinite. Then you can say that it is improper integral. Is it okay? किसी का mic on है please. Yes, sir? Okay. Now look at this integral. Can we say one of the limit is infinite? Hello? Can we say one of the limit is infinite?
No.
No. So second condition says discontinuity of this function lies in the range. Discontinuity, that means denominator is 0. So what is the discontinuity of this function 1 by x? What is the discontinuity? When it will be infinite?
X is equal to 0.
X is equal to 0. Can we say 0 lies in range of integration?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, so it is improper integral. Is it okay? Hello?
Yes.
Now, यहाँ पे. What is the discontinuity of this function? Yeah, reply to do, please. Hello?
0.
0. Can we say 0 lies in this range of integration?
No, sir.
No. So it do not satisfy first condition, it do not satisfy second condition, so it is not a improper integral. This is called proper integral. Any doubt? Hello? Hello?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
So this is proper integral because it do not contain limit as infinite, upper or lower, as well as do not contain discontinuity in range of integration. So it is proper integral. Next, improper integral can be classified into two types, type 1 and type 2. If your integral satisfies first condition, that means one of the limit is infinite, then it is called as integral of type 1. If your integral satisfies second condition that means it contains discontinuity, then it is called as improper integral of type 2 or second kind. Is it okay? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now look at first integral. कौन सी टाइप का है? कौन सी टाइप का है? टाइप 1 क्योंकि it contain infinite. Next, second,
Type 1.
type 1. Third,
Type 1.
type 1. Fourth,
Type 2.
it is of type 2. Next, look at this. It is a proper integral. So let me put infinite. Identify type. So it is of type 3. Type 3, that means it satisfies condition 1 and condition 2 both. Is it okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt? If it satisfy condition 1, type 1. If satisfy condition 2, type 2. If it satisfy condition 1 and 2 both, type 3. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Next thing. There is a one concept. उसके पहले मुझे थोड़ा सा आपको इंटीग्रल कन्वर्जन के बारे में समझाना पड़ेगा. इंटीग्रल कन्वर्जेस दैट मीन्स इट्स वैल्यू इज फाइनाइट. Integral diverges, that means its value is infinite. Is it okay? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Now,
sir.
to check conversion diversion of integral, first concept is using this test. And second concept is using gamma function, beta function, and error function. Is it okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So we are going to take gamma function, beta function, and error function. So first definition is this. N be a gamma function. First definition is gamma function. Let n be any positive real number. Then the gamma function of n is defined by this formula. Gamma n integration 0 to infinite x raised to n minus 1 e raised to minus x. So let me take this. This is the gamma function. Gamma n 0 to infinite x raised to n minus 1 e raised to minus x. Is it okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Next, beta function. This is beta function. Let m and n be any two positive real number. Then the beta function of m and n is denoted and defined by this expression. Beta mn integration 0 to 1 x raised to m minus 1 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 dx. This is beta function. Is it okay? Hello? So here is your beta function. Certain properties of gamma and beta function. Gamma 1 is 1. If n is a natural number, then gamma n plus 1 is n gamma n. This is equal to n factorial. ध्यान से सुनना. When your n is a natural number, then value of gamma n plus 1 is n factorial. We are going to use this property in example. Next, if n is a complex number, real part of n greater than 0, greater than 0, then gamma n plus 1 is n gamma n. It will not be n factorial. Is it okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Next, gamma half is root pi. We are going to derive this value in example. Beta mn and beta nm both are same. Next, this property, we require this formula. Beta ml, that is 2 time integration 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to 2m minus 1 x cos raised to 2n minus 1 x dx. यहाँ पे x इज इक्वल टू साइन स्क्वायर थीटा आप ऑर्डर लेना, आपको ये एक्सप्रेशन मिल जाएगी पूरी. Relation between beta and gamma function, that is beta mn is equal to gamma m into gamma n divided by gamma n plus n. We require this property. And last, property 7. Property 7, that is the combination of these two. ध्यान से देखना. Power of sine is p. Power of sine is 2m minus 1. So p is 2m minus 1. If p is 2m minus 1, so what is m? It will be p plus 1 divided by 2. So take m is equal to p plus 1 divided by 2. You will get this term. Power of cos is q. Power of cos is 2n minus 1. Q is equal to 2n minus 1. N is q plus 1 divided by 2. Take n is equal to q plus 1 divided by 2 in 6. You will get 7. Is it okay? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So, एक सॉल्व एग्जाम्पल आपको वहाँ पे दिया है. So, let us start with classwork example. First example says, prove that gamma half is root pi. Is it okay? Hello? So let us start with this example 1. My aim is to show gamma half is root pi. So let us start with the formula. We have gamma n is equal to this. Take n is equal to half. So when we take n is equal to half, we get value of gamma 1 by 2. So it will be 1 by 2. Let me take this term as first term. Now what is simplified form of this term? X raised to half minus 1. क्या होगा इसका simplification? What is simplified form of this term? X raised to half minus 1. Hello?
Minus 1 by 2.
Minus
So
1.
it will be minus 1 by 2. Any doubt? Hello? Any doubt?
No, sir.
एक मिनट के लिए मैं यहाँ पे वेरिएबल चेंज कर रहा हूँ. लेट मी टेक टी. Next I am going to take order. T is equal to x square. Now t is x square. dt is 2x dx. 0. X is 0. T is infinite. X is infinite. Any doubt? Hello? Hello. So T is x square. T is x square. Dt is 2x dx. Is it okay? Hello. Yeah, reply to do.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now, what is simplified form of this expression? X square raised to minus half. क्या होगा ये?
1 by x.
It will be 1 by x. So 1 by x into x क्या होगा?
1.
It will be 1. So first we take 2 outside. So 2 outside. 1 by x into x inside. So we get this integral. Any doubt? Hello? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Replace x by y. So when we replace x by y, we get this. Is it okay? Now let us take product of these two formula. Gamma half into gamma half. First formula is in x, second formula is in y. 2 into 2, 4. First integration is e raised to minus x square. Next integration is e raised to minus y square. Order is dx dy. Is it okay? Hello? So it will be have you seen this example anywhere? ये example कहीं पे आपने देखा है? Integration 0 to infinite e raised to minus x square plus y square dx dy. कहीं पे ये एग्जाम्पल देखा था आपने? हेलो? यार रिप्लाई तो दे सकते हो ना?
No, sir.
नहीं देखा? ये क्या था? कौन सा एग्जाम्पल? यही है ना? 0 to infinite, 0
Yes,
to
sir.
infinite e raised to minus x square plus y square dx dy. Change the variable from Cartesian to polar. Your limit is r 0 to infinite, theta is 0 to pi by 2. याद है? बताओ.
Yes, sir.
So we are going to convert it into polar form. X is equal to r cos theta. Y is equal to r sin theta. Dx dy is r dr d theta. So gamma half into gamma half, that is gamma half whole square. Your range integration. So x square plus y square, it will be r square. R dr d theta. Is it okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
R ranges from 0 to infinite. Take away starting from origin. First point is origin, so R is 0. Strip is continuously increasing, so R is infinite. Angle is 0. Angle is pi by 2. ये मैंने वहाँ पे समझाया है. So limit of theta, that is pi by 2. Limit of R is 0 to infinite. Any doubt? Hello? So let us take this integral first. So how you are going to take integration? Integration of this term with respect to R. ये भी एग्जाम्पल आपने देखा है यार, ऐसा मत करो आप. कैसे? R square is equal to T, 2R dr is equal to dt. R is 0, T is 0. R is infinite, T is infinite. So gamma half whole square is equal to R square is T, R dr is dt by 2, is dt by 2. Next, denominator 2 is constant, so let us take it outside. So 4 by 2 is 2, it will be dt. Now what is the integration of e raised to minus t? Hello? What is the integration of e raised to minus t? Do you need this concept in self-study? Hello? Then why you are not replying? Please raise your hand. Then why you are not replying? What is the integration of e raised to minus t?
Minus
Minus e raised to minus t.
So first we put upper limit, that is infinite. Next we put lower limit, that is 0. Now what is e raised to minus infinite? What is e raised to minus infinite? 0. E raised to 0, 1. 1 by minus 1. Minus minus plus 1. Next. Integration of 1 with respect to theta?
Theta.
Theta. Upper limit by 2. Lower limit 0. So 2 times pi by 2, that is pi. Is it okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Pi. Next, we get value of gamma 1/2 whole square as pi. So what is gamma half? What is gamma half?
Root pi.
Look at here. In general, it is plus or minus root pi. ध्यान से सुनना. In general, it is plus or minus root pi. But look at this. Gamma n, that is occurs as the answer of integration. And we know that answer of integration always represent area. And area is always positive. So we are going to take plus sign. Is it okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now any doubt in example? Hello?
No, sir.
Is it okay? Any query? Any query?
no sir.
No. So ये एग्जांपल वहाँ पे अवेलेबल है. फिर मुझे एक और एग्जांपल आपके साथ डिस्कस करना है रिलेटेड टू प्रॉपर्टी. Now if someone says evaluate gamma 3 by 2, how you are going to evaluate gamma 3 by 2? We have one property, याद है? n plus 1 is equal to n gamma n. याद है? If n is a complex number with real part greater than 0. Hello?
Yes, sir.
So Can we take gamma 3 by 2 as 1 plus 1 by 2? Compare this.
Yes, sir.
So what is your n? Compare these two. N is equal to?
1 by 2.
So n is 1 by 2. N is 1 by 2. Now what is gamma half?
Root pi.
So value of gamma 3 by 2 is root pi by 2. Any doubt?
No, sir.
No. Next. If someone says evaluate gamma 5 by 2. Gamma 5 by 2. So gamma 5 by 2 that can be rewritten as gamma 1 plus 3 by 2. Now compare with this. 1 plus 3 by 2 and n plus 1. What is your n?
3 by 2.
3 by 2. What is value of gamma 3 by 2? Root pi upon 2. So final answer is 3 root pi upon 4. Any doubt?
No.
Next property. ध्यान से सुनना अभी. Next property says if n is a natural number, then gamma n plus 1 is n factorial. Is that okay?
Yes,
So
sir.
Yes, sir.
someone says evaluate gamma 6. So what is gamma 6? Can we say 6 is a natural number?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So compare with this. N plus 1 is equal to 6. So what is your n?
5.
5. So take n is equal to 5. It will be 5 factorial. Next. Someone says evaluate gamma 8. So what is your answer?
7.
7 factorial. Any doubt?
No, sir.
So let us take next example. ये एग्जाम्पल 1 का सॉल्यूशन, फिर ये मैंने नोट करके ये सारे फॉर्मूला 3 by 2, 5 by 2, 6 फैक्टोरियल मेंशन की. नेक्स्ट एग्जाम्पल इज दिस 0 to infinite x raised to 7, 7 raised to minus x. Now look at limit. Limits is 0 to infinite. Do you have any formula which contain limit as 0 to infinite? Do you have any formula which contain limit as 0 to infinite? देखो वहां पे.
So gamma function.
हाँ, so gamma function. So have gamma n is equal to this. Now look at it. When, let me take t here, because our integration contain x. Look at it. If your aim is to use gamma function, we need e raised to minus t term. Look at this integral. Do you have e raised to minus t term anywhere? Do you have anywhere e raised to minus t term?
No, sir.
Look at it. Can we rewrite this expression like this? This term of 7 raised to e raised to minus x, that is e raised to minus x log 7. Can we write this term 7 raised to minus x as e raised to minus x log 7?
Yes, sir.
भी ध्यान से सुनना. If you take integration with respect to t, we need e raised to minus t. Right now we are going to take integration with respect to x. Do you have e raised to minus x? Do you have e raised to minus x? Hello?
Yes, sir.
कहाँ पे है आपके पास? तो x log 7 है.
Yes, sir.
we require e raised to minus x. Do you have
No,
e raised
sir.
to? No, नहीं है. तो ध्यान से सुनो, कुछ नहीं. x log 7 is equal to t. So what is x? X is equal to t by log 7. Next, is equal to dt by log 7. X is 0, t is 0. X is infinite, t is infinite. Any doubt? Hello?
No, sir.
Now, let us take value of x. So value of x is t by log 7. Next, x log 7 is t. Dx is dt by log 7. Is it okay? Hello?
Yes.
Let us take constant term outside. So 1 by log 7 whole raised to 8. Log 7 raised to 7 here. Log 7 here. So overall is log 7 raised to 8. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
dt. Next. Now compare with this integral. Compare with this integral. ध्यान से देखना. Do you have e raised to minus t? Here it is e raised to minus t. Next term is t raised to n minus 1, t raised to 7. So what is n? What is n?
6.
Nahi. N
8.
minus 1 is equal to 7. What is n?
8.
8.
N is 8. So the value of this integral is gamma 8. Any doubt? Hello? Any doubt?
No, sir.
No. Can we say 8 is a natural number? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Now
sir.
if n is a natural number, then gamma n plus 1 is n factorial. So again compare numerator. What is your n?
7.
7. So what is the answer of numerator?
7 factorial.
Actually 7 factorial. Any doubt? Hello?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Any doubt? चलो कितने बच्चों को समझ में आया? प्लीज राइज योर हैंड. भार्गवी, सेन, व्रज पटेल, व्रज, व्रज. So it is gamma 8 upon log 7 raised to 8, that is 7 factorial. Next is this integral 0 to 1 dx upon 1 minus x raised to n raised to half. So let us take that example. Look at range. Range of integration is 0 to 1. So out of this formula, कौन सा formula आप use करोगे? बोलो चलो. Do you have any formula which contain range as 0 to 1?
Beta function.
Beta function.
Beta function.
Beta function.
So take beta function. Since example contain n, formula contain n, so I am going to change the notation a to b. Here I am going to take t. Here I am going to take t. T. Here it is b. Mn notation is changed by ab. X is changed by t. Now let us start the process. Now, can I write this function like this? 1 minus x raised to n whole raised to minus 1 by 2 dx. Can I take this term in numerator? If we take this term in numerator, then it will be 1 minus x raised to n minus half. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Your aim is to use beta function. If your integration is with respect to t, we need 1 minus t term. Right now we are taking integration with respect to x. Do we have any term 1 minus x? हेलो, मैं फिर से रिपीट करता हूं, ध्यान से
No,
सुनो।
sir.
यहाँ पे t है तो 1 माइनस टी, यहाँ पे x है। डू यू हैव टर्म ऑफ 1 माइनस x?
No, sir.
नो, वी हैव टर्म ऑफ 1 माइनस एक्स रेज टू n। तो चलो इन दोनों को आप कंपेयर करो, तो कौन सा ऑर्डर लोगे आप? इन दोनों को कंपेयर करो। व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू टेक? x इज इक्वल टू x is equal to t raised to 1 by n. So dx. What is dx? क्या होगा dx? x is 0, t is 0. X is 1, t is 1. Finally, your integration I is, limit remains as it is. सबसे पहले ये x raised to n is t, dx is 1 by n t raised to 1 by n minus 1 dt. Now take constant term outside. Constant term outside. So 1 by n outside. And outside. Remaining term is this. Is it okay? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now compare with this beta AB formula. So now we are going to compare formula. Power of t is a minus 1. Power of t is 1 by n minus 1. Compare this to, what is a? What is a? A is equal to?
1 by n.
A is equal to 1 by n. Next. Power of 1 minus t is b minus 1. Power of 1 minus t is minus half. So what is b?
Half.
B is equal to half. So I is equal to 1 by n as it is. Value of this integral occurs in form of beta. So 1 by n is 1 by n, b is half. Any doubt? Hello? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Now, do you have any relation between beta gamma function? Look at this formula. Do you have any relation between beta gamma function?
Yes, sir. Fourth one.
Yes, fourth one. So m is equal to 1 by n is equal to half. M is equal to 1 by n is equal to half. Now what is value of gamma half? आपने थोड़ी देर पहले ही देखा था.
root
Pi.
pi.
Huh? No. What is value of gamma half?
Pi.
Huh?
Root pi.
It is square
Root
root of
pi.
square root of pi. So your final answer is this. Any doubt? Hello? Any doubt?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Please raise your hand. चलो. चलो अपना हैंड डाउन कर दो पहले. दर्श, हेमिल, हर्षिव, दर्श कुमार, 46. Are you there? Darsh, Darshan? If you are not going to reply, then I am going to remove from the lecture. No need to stay here. So here is your answer, n gamma 1 by n root pi divided by n gamma 1 by n plus half. Next example. That's. So let me remove this part. Look at range of integration. What is range of integration? What is the range of integration?
0 to infinite.
Now, do you have any formula which contain ranges 0 to infinite?
Yes.
Which formula?
Gamma.
Gamma. So we are with the help of gamma function. Next, example contain x variable. So we take here t. Now, look at this. When our aim is to
Excuse me,
use
sir.
gamma function, huh?
Sir, sorry, sir. There was network issue, so I couldn't unraise my hand.
Okay, fine. Next, look at here. If our aim is to use gamma function, we require term of e raised to minus t. Now look at your statement of example. Do you have term of e raised to minus x or t? कहीं पे है? Hello?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
तो फिर आप क्या करोगे? बोलो. क्या करोगे इससे?
equal to
Write this term as like this, minus bx square log a. Can we write a raised to minus bx square as e raised to minus bx square log a?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now we can also take like this. Yes. Next. Now look at the formula. If it is integration with respect to t, we need e raised to minus t. Right now integration with respect to x, do you have e raised to minus x?
No, sir.
No. We have e raised to minus x square b log a. So compare this two term. What is your order of integration? क्या होगा? What is your x?
t
What is your x?
Under root t upon b log a.
Next. What is dx? क्या होगा dx? What is derivative of t raised to half? T raised to minus half by 2. X is 0. T is 0. X is infinite. T is infinite. Finally, your integration I is your x square b log a here. Now x square b log a is t. So here is t. Dx is this. Limit remains as it is. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Now let us take constant term outside. So if you take constant term outside, it will be this. Remaining term is this. Now compare with gamma function. For gamma function, we require e raised to minus t. Here it is e raised to minus t. Next, t raised to minus half, t raised to n minus 1. So what is your n? n क्या
हाँ.
होगा? Hello?
1 minus t.
1 minus 2, wrong. N minus 1 is minus half. What is n?
1 by
Half.
2.
Half.
1 by 2. So value of this integral is gamma 1 by 2. That is gamma 0.5. Now what is gamma 0.5? क्या है उसकी value? What is the value of gamma half?
Root pi.
Root pi. Any doubt? Any doubt?
Sir,
Huh?
No, sir.
Guru.
in the examination, can we directly use the value of gamma half?
You can directly, no need to write this step, but look at here, for Saphir side, write down this.
No, sir. I'm asking the calculation where we have calculated the gamma half. Can we directly use that value instead of all
No,
steps?
no need to show. Look at your first example says, look at this, no need to derive the value. Your first example itself, it asks that, prove that gamma half is root pi.
Okay, sir.
So no need to show this proof. You can directly take gamma half is equal to root pi. मैंने यहाँ पे दिखाया example की proof दी?
No, sir.
No. Directly I take gamma half as root pi. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
हाँ, यहाँ पे आप रीजन में मेंशन कर सकते हो. यहाँ पे आप रीजन में मेंशन कर सकते हो कि गामा हाफ इज रूट पाई. यहाँ पे मेंशन कर दो नीचे, गामा हाफ इज रूट पाई. ओके?
Yes, sir.
क्वेरी?
No, sir.
सो नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल. चलो, कितने बच्चों को समझ में आया? प्लीज राइज योर हैंड. Viraj Patel, देव पटेल. डन. देखो, अगर आपने रिप्लाई नहीं दिया तो एट द सेम टाइम आई एम गोइंग टू रिमूव यू. Last example of today's lecture, this one. Now look at range of integration. What is the range of integration?
0 to 1.
0 to 1. So out of this formula list, which formula you are going to take?
Beta function.
Beta function.
No. No. This is a tricky example. ध्यान से सुनना. We are going to take gamma. If your range is 0 to 1 and your integrand function contain log, then we are going to take help of gamma function. ध्यान से सुनना. So we have gamma function. Let us start the process. Now, can we derive exponential function from this log? Hello? Look at it. Log 1 by x is t. So 1 by x is e raised to t. X is equal to e raised to minus t. Dx is equal to minus e raised to minus t dt. When x is 0, मैं यहाँ पे समझाऊंगा आपको लिमिट्स. x is 0. चलो आप x is equal to 0 यहाँ पे लो. तो 1 by 0 is infinite. Log infinite is infinite. T is equal to infinite. Any doubt? Take x is equal to 1. X is equal to 1. 1 by 1, 1. Log 1 is 0. T is 0. Any doubt?
No, sir.
So let us put this value. At lower limit 0, it is infinite. At upper limit 1, it is 0. Value of x is to minus t. Value of log 1 by x is t. Value of dx is minus 1 e raised to minus t dt. Any doubt? Hello? Any
No,
doubt?
sir.
Hello?
No, sir.
Now, look at it. E raised to minus t raised to 4. So it is e raised to minus 4t. Next. E raised to minus 4t into e raised to minus t. That is e raised to minus 5t. Is it okay? Hello? Using this minus 1, one can interchange the limit. Is it okay? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now look at it. My aim is to use gamma function. So let me change the variable u and u. तो अभी ध्यान से देखना. Here it is e raised to minus u. We are taking integration with respect to t. So we need e raised to minus t. Do you have e raised to minus t? Hello? Do you have e raised to minus t?
Yes, sir.
E raised to minus t?
No, no.
No. We have 5t. So compare these two terms. What is your new order? आपका new order क्या होगा? 5t is equal to u. T is equal to u by 5. dt is equal to du by 5. T is 0. U is 0. T is infinite. Infinite. Finally, your new integration is this. ध्यान से देखना. First of all, 5t, that is u. Next t, that is u by 5. That is du upon 5. So let us take constant term outside. So 5 cube into 5, that is 1 by 5 raised to 4, that is 6 to 5. Remaining term. So 5 cube is outside, it is u. 5 is outside, it is du. Next. compare these two. Here it is e raised to minus u, here it is e raised to minus u. Compare power of u. What is power of u here? What is power of u?
3.
3. What is power of u here? Hello?
N minus 1.
So what is your n?
4.
4.
4. So value of this integral is gamma 4. Any doubt? Hello? Next, we know that if n is a natural number, then gamma n plus 1 is n factorial. Can we say 4 is a natural number?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
N plus 1 is equal to 4. So what is n?
3 factorial.
3.
3.
So it is 3 factorial. 3 factorial is 6. Any doubt?
No, sir.
No. So ये रही उसकी proof. 3 factorial by 6 to 5. In next lecture we will see example 6 and 7. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Fine. ये